Hello? Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, dude, how's it going?
What's up, dude? It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely. How you been?
All right, dude. I tore my calf playing basketball a couple weeks ago, so I got quite
No,
hurt.
that
Yeah,
sucks. So you're gonna be like out of commission for a little bit?
I'll be out of commission for probably like another 2 weeks, so like a month and a half total.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
That's the trade-off of like trying to have fun and be active. Is that like you
Yeah,
just mess up one time and then it's like, nope.
yeah, yeah. Actually, and being we're not young anymore, man.
You
Uh,
love no, you love talking about that. I'm not gonna listen to your whole. You've been saying that since you were like 24. You're just like, bro, I don't know, man. These kids, oh my back, I'm just so old. It's because like in your
I'm just,
brain, you're just like 16. So you're
yeah, I
like, man,
know.
I'm so old now.
Exactly.
Like I feel you, but it's like you're not that old.
It's not that old, but yeah, I can't just like not stretch,
You've just been saying that for so long. All right, so what are we doing today?
More Fox Falco. Also, I'm like a bit rusty, so like
Okay.
just getting used to the whole. You know how like when you don't play anyone good for a while, you're like, oh fuck, like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
melee is a patient game that is all just like reacting and
It's hard.
reads. It's hard, but then like when you play a little bit of unranked, you get lazy. You can just kind of
Mm-hmm.
fly in there with aerials and everything hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about like getting that patient game
Yeah, that's
again,
the worst. Like
especially.
when you're rusty, you haven't played for a while, you play some bad players, and you're like, nah, I've still got it
Yeah, I still
100%.
got it, dude. Yeah, I still got
Yeah,
it.
it's just not the same against the good players.
No, it's completely different. So it's just getting back, um, being less predictable and neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less, not less predictable, but just more intentional and like paying attention to what, at least that Zach is doing. I'm getting hit with a lot of things that I don't think I should get hit. And then
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is, defensively, I think my combo DI is really bad. So it would be cool to just like pay attention to that because I get
Okay.
hit really hard. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me screen share you. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get started and take a look. I love the name.
Yeah.
J Matt Tafazali. Okay. All right, well, the first thing is like these dash dances is that like
Yeah.
you want Falco doesn't really gain anything from dash dancing unless the dashes are like
Yeah.
threatening or like something out of laser. Like
Yep.
Falco just doesn't get any benefit to these dash dances. So this just gives
Yeah.
Fox like an advantage for free. Whereas
Yep.
like a lot of times the challenge is just getting out your first laser, right? Like and
Mhm.
this kind of you're using the time where you should be getting out your first laser to just kind
Just
of
to
dash
wait.
dance.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the approaching laser is like okay, but like dash dance into approaching laser is just not. It's not good expected value against Fox.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, there it was again. It would have been nice to like establish a sort of laser situation there, like just like a laser in place or a retreating laser, and then sort of playing neutral from there. It just sort of establishes like a sense of control for Falco.
Yep. Yeah, because you can't really get anything. You're basically standing still when you're dash dancing.
Yeah, like it doesn't have any. The only value it has is telling your opponent you're going to use your dash momentum. Like,
Mhm.
oh, this little dash in, I'm telling you that I could, dash jump forward.
Yep.
And like the backwards one is the same thing. And like that's kind of all it's good for. Like you can use it a little bit to do maybe like dash back, short hop backflip down air on like
Yep.
foxes who like approaching running shine
Like
and stuff.
shine.
Yeah, but usually it's just like the dash dance is not that powerful, with the exception of it being kind of like a post laser type of thing.
Okay, so just laser first, faster. Get that
Yes.
laser out. Because I should just shoot the laser. There's like literally no reason not to just shoot the
Yes,
laser.
that Falco is unique in the sense that like on neutral reset, you should always just shoot a laser.
Yep.
And yeah, so like this is like, okay, you hit this laser, and then now the dash is like relevant.
Yeah. And he just made the right defensive option. Jumped.
Okay, and then right here, this is something small. Like a lot of times, when you're in a position like this, I kind of have a rule in this matchup to not let Fox fall on me, or like it's part of my goals to not let Fox fall on me. He will sometimes, but so if you're in a position like this, it's like he can. If you go down here, not only do you get hit by all the foxes who are dumb and just read fall through laser, but like you also might get hit by foxes who do like full hop fast fall through aerial.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of puts you in a bad spot. Whereas like if you're from here and you do like full hop to the top plat and stuff like that, I think that's a lot better.
There's just more.
Like I do a lot of like shield, short hop down air shield and stuff on the side plat, and then I'll sometimes go to the top plat. And I try to like work my way down without just being like, here I am. Oh, I guess I'll just come down to the ground again. It just makes it a little too obvious.
No, you're right.
Okay. That's just like rusty combos.
Yeah.
It's like shine, jab. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna like lay off on the combos a little bit because I think like that's definitely like you know how to combo. I know you know how to combo. It's just like a rust thing. I'm just mostly gonna focus on like the decisions.
Please, yeah.
Okay, and then this, I don't know. There's sort of different approaches you can take to this. I think Falco can play a little bit more active here than people think, because you can basically do like down airs and back airs from, or in like nairs from like right here, and just go to the top plat, or you can just wave land to the side plat right here.
Laser.
Just because it's like Falco can defend off the side plat. So like if you're on the side plat right here, and Fox comes down to the ground right here, you're not like, you didn't like lose, like you're not at a disadvantage.
Right.
And so, but if Fox stays here and you go up here, Fox is at a disadvantage because you're just going to keep lasering him. Yeah. And then you can also just go to the top plat. Fox has a hard time challenging you up here because of short hop down air. And you can just kind of use this area to pressure Fox. And then if he comes down, just go to the side plat.
So don't just stand there and wait.
Like, I don't know, you can do this. Like, you can. It just doesn't, it's not active. Like, you're not losing anything by doing this. Although, you don't really have, like, stage control.
Yeah.
Too much approaching nair. This is definitely, like, lazy. Like, that nair. It's a lot of it is, like... So what I tell people... One second, my throat's a little dry today. So what I've been telling people a lot lately is that if you win a situation, or you, like... Not even win. Like, you play a situation. Like... And without... So... Like, you play a situation, and you can't describe it using a laser in some sense. Like, for instance, right here. There's no laser involved here with this nair. So, like, you do this, whatever. So that had a laser involved. But then you do this dash dance, and you do a nair. So if there's no laser involved in, like, well, I lasered, and then I dashed back, dashed in, into blah, whatever, you're playing laserless Falco. Like, any time during the match where a laser's not involved, you're laserless Falco. And laserless Falco is pretty good at, like, the platform game and stuff like that, but he's not very good at, like, neutral, especially against Fox.
Yeah, for sure.
So you just want to make sure that anytime you're doing something in neutral, like, if you're feeling a little antsy with, like, an aerial, just be like, have I shot a laser yet? And if you haven't, just don't go for it, even if you feel like you have, like, a pretty good pressure on them. It's just not worth it because, like, Fox beats laserless Falco, straight up.
Yep.
The only reason Falco can compete with Fox is the lasers.
Yep. What about in this situation where, like, maybe he expects a laser or for you to like shoot a laser in place, but then you just kind of like fly in there. Would you say in that situation, it's still not worth it and still just play off a laser instead of gambling that read?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still better.
Yeah.
That's like the lesson that a lot of Falcos need to learn. Is that like it's it's better to be strong than surprising.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so even though you can get this like nice random aerial, like if you run the scenario like 100 times, it's just way more consistent.
Yeah, like it's just so much better, and like maybe in tournament if you have some crazy hard read, you can cheese somebody out, but like even then, like if you like, are you sure that hard read couldn't be better applied with a frame advantage? You know, like it literally gives you a frame advantage, so it's like
it's true. So okay, makes sense. And it doesn't have to be like a laser in place or anything. It could be like even a retreating laser would at least give you some.
So I've actually been doing a lot more retreating lasers lately because they open up the possibility of an approaching laser without that approaching laser being like vulnerable to up smashes and stuff like that.
Yep.
And sometimes I'll do like retreating laser, approaching laser, or I'll do retreating laser, dash dance, approaching laser into the empty space I just left.
Yep.
And then, or I'll do retreating laser, and then I'll do laser in place, dash dance, figure something out from there. But it's just like overwhelmingly stronger to use a laser.
Yeah. Yeah, the retreating laser is good because sometimes the Fox will just take the laser dash in.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, well, the take laser dash in is not why you do the retreating laser. You do the retreating laser to avoid Fox doing like dash short hop nair.
Yeah.
So like if you're mad close to Fox, you can just retreating laser and it'll beat their like psycho approach, which so it's useful in some spots. I think if you're close enough, not close enough, like the retreating, if you're far enough that you don't need to retreating laser to get away from Fox, you should do the in-place one.
Ooh, makes sense.
And you should almost never do a raw approaching laser. The way I deal with approaching laser against Fox is and I'm the only Falco that thinks this, but I'm pretty good at the matchup, so don't approaching laser against Fox, or should I say onto Fox, ever. Approaching laser is good against Fox, like, if you're in, like, a situation where, like, Fox is here, and I am here. Approaching laser is fantastic, because I can't be punished for it. But, like, in these situations where, like, you know, I'm here and Fox is here, I'm not gonna approaching laser, even if, like, I'm here, Fox is here, and I think he's gonna dash back, I won't, like, overshoot laser. Even though it can get me a shine. No, I don't use approaching laser against Fox because Fox doing like I press buttons beats that.
Yeah,
and I don't like losing to press buttons Fox.
Yeah, so it's sometimes in that like stalemate dash dance, you know how like Fox sometimes is looking for just that approaching aerial from Falco.
Yeah,
like. I use approaching laser air sometimes because they're just dashing back, and then I can get to me it feels like I can get some free space with an approaching laser because they're expecting the aerial. In these situations, what do you prefer?
So the reason why it's not that good is because like Falco has this super strong position out of laser, right? Like that's what I've been saying, and it's kind of like if you go for the approaching laser, you're taking a situation where you have like a castle and you're going for like a hard read, and it's like super. So it's like if you can beat Fox and you don't need to ever overextend, then like just because an overextension could work doesn't make it good.
Yeah, because it's like, what else could I do? I could just laser regularly and then play.
Yeah, like if I laser Fox from a somewhat close range and then just play neutral. Falco, in my opinion, wins. Like Falco has a really strong position in that spot, so it's
that
like
does make sense. Yeah.
So it's like
you feel nasty with that. Like, oh man, I got you with that approaching laser as you dash back read. But then in reality,
it does feel really good to hit it. Yeah.
But in reality, if I just like did the boring laser, play the same laser game, then even though that read isn't available to me, I have like a stronger like game plan.
Yeah, because I'll do is I'll just do like laser, and then if somebody dashes back, instead of doing approaching laser, I'll do like partial approaching laser, or I'll do dash back, dash in approaching laser to like not get as much distance. So that way, like, I'm kind of pushing them to the corner, and I'm kind of getting some laser damage, and I'm still at 0 risk. And then maybe I get them kind of in the corner. I have, now I have an advantage in neutral, unless they go to legend ledge dash. If they go to legend ledge dash, that's a nice execution test for me. They have to hit a ledge dash. So I'll do like a safe pressure on the ledge dash. Now they're on stage again. Now I just hit the laser again on stage, and they're kind of in the corner. And I just get to keep playing neutral like that until I literally win neutral.
Yeah, no, whereas that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, great.
It makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, so this is like a really awkward spot, and this is something that SFAT in particular is very good at finding. He's really good at finding this spot.
Yeah.
And it's super, super annoying. There's not a ton of good answers to this. I usually will just kind of shield in a spot where Fox can't immediately get to me, and then like look for like a weird timing on a roll or a full hop. You can kind of use lasers to hold him off. Sometimes I'll do like a high laser to block him, and then I'll just go to ledge, and then double jump laser or ledge dash or something. This is a spot you want to try to avoid as much as possible, and it's like, the reason is you don't want to be below, you don't want to, like, this is Falco's worst position in almost every matchup, is in the corner, opponents on the side plat, and they're blocking off all of your exits.
Yep.
So that's just like a position you want to avoid as much as possible, and like, so if I'm like right here and I get caught right here, I'm a little bit more likely to maybe drop and then immediately go towards center right here, just to like avoid this problem. Because if you dropped right here and then rolled, he has no punish. You're totally fine.
Makes sense.
So this is a lot of stuff in the game is where, if it's kind of like a leaky boat, where like if you have a leak in the boat, then like the whole thing kind of sinks. And so there's like positions like this, and this is like another position that a lot of Falcos do wrong. And there's not like a way to just win this position, and that's like the thing that I think confuses people. It's not that you need to win these positions where Fox comes off the platform, but you need to make it feel like the Fox needs to feel like they were either going to get punished or get nothing. And when you do that, this whole short hop off the platform thing, as you know from playing a bunch of Fox too, it doesn't always look good when like the Falco's defending against it well. And so you just need to put yourself in like positions where like Fox coming off the platform sometimes will get up tilted, not every time, sometimes, and then a lot of times, you'll get like a laser and then just kind of have like a slight advantage, or just at the very least, you never want to let this position give Fox like an advantage.
Yep.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, once you can make it that Fox never gets an advantage there, even if you never get the punish, it just removes.
You just take it away. Yeah.
You're just you're just trapping them more and more.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to play this matchup as Falco is. You make anything that Fox potentially chooses a not good decision, even if it doesn't get them punished. Where like, a lot of you get good at like jumping into drill and shining, and then you get good at CC shining, and you get good at power shield shining, and you get good at like various form, like just regular shine out of shield, and you get good at like all these forms of like defense. You get good at up tilting the full hop nairs. You get good at rolling away from the full hops on reaction so that they never hit you. You don't get caught under the platforms against Fox, and then you don't let Fox short hopping off the platforms give him an advantage, and then you don't let him running shine you because you keep lasering, and then he can't short hop at you in general because you're lasering anyway, and then you're like, wait a sec, like what does Fox even have left? And that's that feeling as Fox when you're playing against a good Falco, where you're like, wait, I feel like I can't do anything. Like that feeling happens as Fox so often in the matchup where you're like, dude, I can't like get in. Like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like running in doesn't work, short hopping in doesn't work, full hopping in doesn't work, platforms don't work, and camping doesn't work because I eventually get laser trapped. And it's like that's the feeling you want to give the Fox.
Yep.
And like so spots like this, you're playing this too much with like Falco is not a dash dance character. When you're in a position like this, you're winning the situation does not come from dash dancing well.
It's a laser.
Like right here. This you have to just retreating laser right here or full hop.
Yep.
To escape. Those are your two options. And you got the laser here, and notice you can talk about this situation with a laser. Oh, also this approaching laser. This approaching laser is totally fine. They didn't really Fox didn't have like an opportunity to like punish you. Like the laser was like basically like a frame trap, not frame trap, but like you pressured Fox on wake up. So yeah, right here, getting a laser out would be so nice. You're a little late, but you get it out, and then like this situation, you can describe it as I did a dash back laser, Fox short hopped into the laser, got caught in the air, I dash danced. Fox thought I was going to instant aerial in, and I didn't, and then that's why the nair connected. And it's like, yes, that is like, you want to be able to talk about it with the laser. Because that is what gives Falco the advantage, is you had a frame advantage, and you can push that frame advantage because your threats are so strong.
Yeah, however I want.
Exactly. Anyway, just hit a laser and then play neutral.
Yep.
And if you hit a laser and you play neutral, like you hit a laser and you dash dance for a second, or you hit a laser and you laser again, which is, you need to mix those up quite a bit too. Like you can't just do laser dash dance every time. Yep. You start like if you laser and you dash dance and then your opponent like doesn't take the bait, like let's say you do laser dash dance and then they just dash dance and they haven't like done anything.
Yep.
Then there's like a sort of arbitrary cutoff to like when the laser is part of the same situation, but you can kind of feel it. It's kind of like within a general like 1 second type of window of like, did this laser contribute to the win? And so sometimes you laser someone and they just keep dash dancing and nothing really has changed as a result of the laser. And so you don't want to just, be like, well, I did just shoot a laser and then do like an aerial. Like you need to be like, okay, the situation where the laser could have been relevant has kind of passed, so I need another one. And it's a little, like I said, ambiguous exactly where that line is, but you want to...
No, but I know what it means.
Yeah, you want to try to push the line towards the laser being more and more relevant.
There's tons of irrelevant lasers, for sure.
Yeah, and this is like an okay corner escape. I just think full hop is so good. Like, if you full hop here, Fox can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Going to the ledge is obviously fine. I just want you to be aware of the full hop.
Yep.
See how you're letting him go on the top plat and push you into the corner? This is what you don't want.
Yep.
So the reason is...
I just went to the corner. Yeah.
Well, think of it as kind of like... Imagine the platforms aren't here. Like, he's taking center, and you're allowing him to take the center. Like, the top platform still counts as the center.
Yep.
And so, like... And also, Fox can't, like... It seems super scary being up here, but, like... it seems super scary being down here, but the Fox up here. But if you really, really think about it, what can Fox do?
Yeah, he has, like, I guess, freaking a straight falling down aerial. Which
Like he
is not
can
that great.
fall and
Yeah.
aerial you, which
Yeah.
could just use it could lose to dash dancing,
It does lose to a
or
lot of things.
you could just roll and like it just and this it's just this top platform is so high. It's a little bit different on Yoshi's, but on this stage it's so high up that like if he's here and you're here, like when you're in this position as the fox and there's a Falco here and you're here, you're not like, oh, I can just unreactably fall through back air.
Yeah,
Like
you're probably actually gonna run off.
like a grounded Falco, you know? You're gonna dash dance a bit and try to like approach off the side plat where it's not like
definitely.
this massive approach distance, right?
Definitely.
So when Fox is on the top plat, you don't have to like immediately be like afraid of Fox dropping on you. And so I'll a lot of times do something like I'll like dash dance in center and I'll do like full hop here and I'll do like a reverse laser to Fox and then I'll land on the side plat and then I'll full hop like this. And then if Fox doesn't want to fight me like that, I'll drop and shoot another laser here. And like you can kind of pressure and like as long as you get above Fox here, you can kind of come in and like mess with stuff. And you can even do like full hop back air, you know, like drive by type of like go by and like back air and you land over here, you know. So there's ways to deal with it that don't involve just like Fox is here, I go to the corner and I dash dance because that's just like a guaranteed advantage state for him. Yeah, right here I definitely in this position where I'm already stuck here, definitely I just jump up here and I shoot lasers at Fox from this position. This is kind of true on all the stages. If Fox is on the top plat, this edge, the outer edge of the side platform, this is true on every tri-plat, except Fountain. Like, so it's true on Dreamland, Battlefield, and Yoshi's. Just, if you just stand here, you're safe from anything Fox does. Fox can't, like, unreactably attack you with anything.
That's if I choose to stand in the corner over here.
If you choose to stand on the platform in the corner.
Well, on the platform.
Well, it's nice because you can do like this. Like if Fox is here, you can do like full hop, laser right here.
And then land on the side.
And then land here.
Yeah.
And you know that like no option Fox takes can hit you unreactably from here.
Yeah.
Like if they short hop aerial, you can react. Full hop aerial, you can react. They can't run off and hit you. It's a really strong position.
So instead, right there, I should just land on the side, right, instead of falling down, like right.
Yeah, because if you like look at Fox as like scary here, whereas if you were right here and Fox was here, you just do dash full hop and you're completely stalemated again. Ooh. And then let's say you do dash full hop to top plat and Fox runs in, you just drop with a laser and now you have center stage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And like when Fox is in the corner, so it's kind of like, you know how like when Fox is here, you have trouble. Or let's say even if Fox was here, you might have a little hesitancy trying to like dash full hop to the top. Like when your opponent is cutting off this range, it kind of gets tricky to get to the top plat. So like
he can full hop.
He has a little bit of like a positional win right here, which I mentioned already. But then like once you get to this spot where like let's say Fox comes in here and you're on the top plat and Fox, like let's say Fox is where you are and you're on the top plat. And then you drop with a laser. Suddenly, Fox, first of all, can't get to the top platform. Because Fox doesn't have your big, like, diagonal full hop. Fox would have to full hop double jump, which is really bad. So Fox isn't going to be able to get up here. And even Fox going to the side plat, when you're right here with a laser, you can, like, pressure that. It's not safe. And so it's just, like, the amount of pressure you get from that position is just so strong.
I can't do that versus Falco like in a Falco did, right?
Do what?
That stand on the corner of the side platform. Like if I were to land right there. Or is that position just good?
You kind of can. I probably wouldn't do it though.
Yeah. So this is like specific to Fox.
Because Falco can just like walk off the platform, laser you and stuff, and then you get stuck in this kind of weird spot. Okay. It's mostly just because Fox has to hit you with his body. I would say it's not useless in the Ditto by any means, but it's a little bit more useful, I would say. Well, because it's still kind of safe, but like against Falco, he's a little slower, so like you don't feel as scared about like rolling when he's in a vertical position. Like Fox can be vertical and land, and you're like halfway through your roll, and he just runs across and grabs you. But Falco, so it's like it's still a strong option for again in the Ditto, but there's like just other things you can do, and so it's not as big of a deal. Whereas in the Fox matchup, it's like if you don't know what to do when Fox goes to top plat, you're just kind of like this game is broken, like 100-0 matchup, you know?
Yeah, so you're saying that side position or just kind of be directly under him. Those are two good spots.
Yeah, like just being directly under him, I wouldn't call it like a good position because Fox has all these like runoff waveland mix-ups and stuff like that. But it's not a position that you should be like, I gotta get out of center. Like, I gotta get out of there so fast. It's kind of like a, I'm watching you, Fox, and I'm gonna carefully look for a better position.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
And then, so yeah, right here, this is another thing is like, when, and this is just sort of tying in, when Fox is on the top plat like this, these lasers are like clearly irrelevant.
Yeah,
and that's why you want to be up here shooting these.
Yeah, makes sense.
And yeah, look at these lasers would be great if Fox was still up here. Like this one, except without the fast fall. You should be able to do it so that there's two lasers that hit up here.
Okay, cool.
And then yeah, so this is him coming off the side plat here. You just have to. It's the problem is that you shot this laser.
Yeah. I think I was trying to. What was I trying to do? Maybe reverse it. I don't know.
Yeah, you were trying to like reverse laser here, but you don't. Even a reverse laser here is irrelevant because Fox isn't here. If you're retreating lasering and Fox drops through and you hit him with the laser, he's just gonna go back to top plat and it'll be or the side plat and it'll be the same situation. So it's like in this position, I would either be full hopping. And okay, so this is like a thing like a lot of people sort of like don't understand too is like Fox's jumps lose to Falco's jumps because Falco's jumps are higher. Like if I full hop and Fox full hops, I win because I'm Falco. So like if you're afraid of Fox short hopping off the side plat, what goes higher than Fox's short hop right here? A full hop. So sometimes like right here, I'll full hop like right here in between these little this gap, and I'll look for like, oh, is Fox gonna do this? And if Fox does this, I just get this nice full hop punish right there. And you just want to make it like, oh, if you short hop off the platform, Fox, I'm always safe. But you're not always safe, and that like the Fox isn't always safe, and that's like what you want.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Interesting.
And yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is like laserless Falco.
Yeah.
Like this whole stock is just laserless Falco. So it's like, yep, laserless Falco does indeed lose. Not a secret, but. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is the real Falco stuff right here. Fox has a frame advantage coming in. You're like, there's a good chance that Fox will attack me. Avoid the running shine with this retreating laser. Have a big frame advantage. Do the dash dance. It's like, it doesn't really matter that Fox didn't do anything here because last time Fox did do something here and it was a spot dodge. So, like, you're good here for doing this, and then you got this. And it's like, yeah, there you go. That was a good situation. And the laser is, like, front and center. Like, the more front and center the laser is in the neutral win, the better you're getting at Falco. I always just say, like, get them, boys. Like, the lasers are going there to fight for me. I just show up to, like, take the glory.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, what is happening in this little section? Okay, there's a couple things. Let's see. So this is fine. You're just trying to find your way down from the platform. Okay, so you hit this retreating laser. This is a perfect example of a spot where, like, you want either a full hop or another laser rather than the dash dance. Because the dash dance is not threatening, like, an approach. It's not threatening an approach, and you don't have any stage remaining for another retreating laser. if you had Fox in the corner and you did this, where you did like retreating laser out of the corner into center, and you dash danced a bunch, and then Fox made an aggressive move, and you just wanted to do another retreating laser, that's fine. But when you're in this spot and you land this laser, the reason you got scared and rolled here, and you did win the neutral situation anyway for rolling, like you timed the roll correctly, you can just shoot another laser here. This is like that whole double laser in place thing.
Yeah.
Like from my video. This is why this is so relevant, is that when you hit this laser, you can just shoot another one, and you don't have to worry
about it.
There's nothing Fox can do about it.
Oh, man.
And, like, establishing that, like, lack of fear of, like, when my first laser hits, I can shoot this second laser, and, like, not... Because that's the thing. That's why you did that roll, is it's kind of like a panic, right? You're just like, oh, dude, Fox is right in my face. He's so fast, you know? And it's kind of like... The nice thing about the double laser in place is that, like, you can calmly watch Fox. It's kind of like, oh, you've played a bunch of Marth. When you do short hop, and you do empty short hop with Marth, and you just kind of watch your opponent calmly for a full second, and then do the late fair dash back. Because it's like, you kind of have, like, such a strong position, you don't need to be, like, nervous during that period. You're just kind of watching your opponent. And
that's
so
a double laser.
The double laser allows you, like, a brief moment of just, like, pure mental calculation. Because you don't have to be, like, using your reflexes, or, like...
guessing. Or,
like, being like, dude, can Fox get in on this? Like, should I be secretly scared of his, like, approach? And it's like, no, you just shoot it, and you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So in all those cases where that laser hits, I just shoot a second laser and I'm pretty much safe.
Yeah, and it's like, you can always do something else after the laser if you want. But if you're in a position where you feel pressured after the first laser, you can always shoot a second one there.
Cool.
And, like, yeah, there's just a lot of spots where I definitely would have done it, because what's the only thing better than, like, a laser? It's another laser, you know? Like, because, like... Every like laser into, like, every situation that starts with a laser has, like, you get the first move after the laser. That's, like, the advantage of Falco. And so, like, inherently you get Fox's attention. Fox, well, on the Fox side, when Falco lasers you at a somewhat close range, you do not get to relax. That is, like, a super intense moment. You have to think of a mix-up. You have to think of what Falco's going to do. You have to prepare yourself for a large number of possible, like, precise answers to what Falco's doing. Because, like, you know, as Fox, you might get lasered and shield, and Falco does short hop, instant cross-up, down air, and you have to be able to, like, wave dash out, frame perfect, and shine him. And it's like, you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready for all these things. And so... part of the advantage of Falco in this matchup is just lasering Fox. Fox has to calculate this mountain of info, and you just don't participate, and you laser again, and he has to do it all again. And he has to do it every time. And so the more times you kind of pepper him with the lasers, the more you're like creating a mental load. You know, the concept of mental load. You're creating like a way larger mental load for Fox than it's true for you.
Yeah, because then he has to reset all of his thoughts after.
He has to, every single laser, the perfect Fox player would have to, like, completely forget about the previous situation and just play the situation raw, like, perfectly. And so, like, there's just, like, a lot of ways for you to do more than one laser and abuse the situation. Like, you hit this laser, and you instantly go for, like, a very active, like, run-and-shield type play, which is okay. Like, those are fine to do, but it's like, why not do the next laser? Like, why not just laser?
Do two lasers then?
Huh?
Did you just always do that second laser?
I do it really often. Like, because it's kind of guaranteed.
Yeah, it does give you more time to just react to the read that you wanted originally off that first laser anyway.
And, like, it just creates, like, informationally, it gives me this, like, web of reads and info over my opponent that I would never have, because the other thing is every laser you shoot is information.
Yep.
And so the more lasers you shoot, the more info you get. So, like, for instance, like, if I shoot a fox with one laser and they dash in, I have to be like, they're dashing in. That's all I have, is I lasered them and I see them moving in, right? But here, check this out. Check this out. You're going to love this. If I laser fox and he dashes in afterward and I hit him with the second laser, it's not a regular mix-up anymore. Fox has to deliberately double down.
Yeah.
He has to deliberately be like, I dashed in, he lasered me again.
And it failed. Yeah.
Do I think it's worth it to double down and be quote predictable and do the same thing? So you create like picking an RPS option versus doubling down on an RPS option are two completely different decisions that the Fox has to make.
Fox really has to get in his bag after the second laser.
He has to really what?
Get in his bag. Because, like, the first laser, foxes are pretty comfortable. I'll take it, I'm do my 1 million things that I've already, like, imagined. Then you shoot him with the second, his fox is expecting, like, him to just do whatever he wants. Yeah, now he has to get in his bag. It's like, oh, I didn't prepare for having to
so there's like a lot of spots where, like, I'll play a fox and I'll shoot one laser and they dash back. Yep. And then I shoot another laser and they dash into the laser, get hit, and dash back again. You know, like they're kind of like repeating this loop. And then they'll do a thing where they dash in and then I laser them and they dash in a second time and I laser them again. And then they dash in a third time and I do like retreating laser and again. And now it's like, go ahead. Yeah. Do the quadruple down or triple down on your freaking dash in. And so it like somebody has to be a lot more tricky and confusing. The mental load continues to rise for like how many decisions Fox has to make, and like how it's much more difficult to be unpredictable when you have like a large number of moves that you're doing. Because then Fox gets put in this spot where it's like, now it's no longer just laser into raw mix-up, who knows what Fox is going to do. Right. Now it's like, have you decided to continue your push, or are you going to retreat? So now we've suddenly established that there's like this abstract world of like, there's now like a narrative to this neutral interaction, which, you know, gives me as the Falco a big advantage, because now, you know, it's just significantly easier to read someone after a long conversation. So that's why I'm trying to like get like, oh, are you gonna double down? Okay, maybe I'll punish the double down, and then, oh, you backed off? Okay, so then now I have the info that some people only double down. Some people don't like to triple down. Some people, they'll take lasers really patiently for a while. My favorite situation in the whole matchup is when someone is dealing with the lasers really patiently, and they try to approach, like they finally get impatient and try to approach, and then I just spam on their approach and they can't get in, and then it kind of creates this position where like they could reset and go back to being a patient fox, or they could just kind of tilt. And like 95% of foxes will like tilt there because they're like, I tripled down on my approach and it wasn't enough to get in. And then they'll just be like, whatever, dash up smash after laser, and then I just shield it and kill them.
So at some point, do you stop this, like, let's say you got all the info, you kind of have a good pulse on how this fox plays. You then stop doing the second laser, and then you just kind of punish the option that they choose. So let's say there's someone who loves take laser dash in like aerial or something.
No, because I'm trying to literally I am trying to deconstruct my opponent. I am trying to destroy all resistance before I ever put my body at risk. I want my lasers to frustrate, stop my opponent. Like, I want my opponent, I want the entire game, my opponent to be playing neutral exclusively against my lasers. And eventually I will win a neutral interaction with a laser and, like, actually punish my opponent. But
okay.
so it's not like a use lasers to gather info, then use aerials type of thing. Yeah. It's like, use lasers to gather info so that I can better obliterate them with lasers.
Okay, makes sense.
And
like there I should have shot 2, right?
And eventually... what'd you say?
There I should have shot 2.
You shot 2. Yeah.
I should have, right?
Oh, you should have. Let me see. Yeah, like in that spot. And there, too. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And this was actually a primary issue. This was the reason I developed the double laser in place thing. Was because of this spot.
Boom,
where you laser dash dance. I was like, dude, does Fox just win this matchup? Laser dash dance is literally losing for Falco. But laser here wins. Like, if you just did laser, Fox would get caught in the air here, and then you just jump up, late aerial on shield, or the dash dance bait you did, and you just win. So it's like...
He's revealed himself, for sure.
The lasers aren't just for gathering info, because you get laser up tilt, you get laser grab, you get laser...
I did not know about this double laser shit, dude. That's kind of...
Huh?
I never knew about it.
Did you watch my video?
No, not yet. I have to go check it out.
Bro, oh my goodness. I put so much... I know you've been, like, out of the scene, but, like, you gotta check out that video.
Yeah,
like, it's gonna change your whole Falco life.
My mind?
Yeah. No, like, because I actually went through every situation, tasks, and, like, proved that, like, in a reasonably human match, that, like, you are completely safe from Fox in that situation.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it right after.
Okay. Yeah, no, super, super important. I think it's like a game changer in this matchup. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason to approaching Nair in the corner like this. Because you haven't won anything.
Yeah,
like, you just... There wasn't even a laser in this situation.
No.
I know you just shot lasers, but, like, this laser, it was irrelevant, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, this Nair was basically just, like, a laserless type situation. Okay, this was good. See how he made a movement where he was like, I'm going to top plat, kind of, right? Like, he was going to do the thing where he goes up here. And you just went there first, and you get kind of a good position. Because then you get this... You get to be the falling on the other guy thing, you know? With the exception that Falco is even stronger because of the lasers. See, then you get this mix-up, which was really good. So this was... I know you probably tried to hit him with the laser, but regardless, this is a good mix-up. Like, I do this all the time, where I mess up this laser, and it's strong. Because it covers the jump, and then you grab on the ground. And it's like, that was really good.
Yeah.
Gotta be a little careful about that up here, though.
Yeah.
That was just a little bit like, just like, die, you know? And it was like, no. Okay. Yeah, like, okay stuff here. Nothing super... Like, you didn't really do anything relevant. You just kind of, like, moved around.
And going.
It was like, it's fine, though. Nothing bad happened. Like, you're good. Oh, you almost had him. Dead.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I win. So in that situation, Shep, like, if we just played that last interaction, you're saying...
Which one?
Like, when he's, like, just like this oxide platform Falco.
The one where it, like, kind of stays in neutral?
Yeah, so, like, let's just...
Well, like, first of all, these lasers aren't doing anything.
Yeah. Like, here.
Yeah.
Like, these positions, right now, I still... Basically, I just... My default is to run to the other side and just, like, wait for Fox to come in.
I just go right here.
Yeah, go right there. Yeah.
I go right here, and then I do drop laser, or short hop laser, run off laser. I threaten going to the top plat. I threaten downers. And, like, notice that, like, right here, like, if you're here and Fox drops, if you just went to this side plat, and then, like, you're already covering this, so now you get like short hop laser into approaching laser, or you get short hop laser full hop up into this spot right here, And then, like, how is Fox going to challenge a Falco coming down at this angle? He's really not, because you have these options, you have these. So then he might come down, he might get stuck, and then you just land here, and then you run over here, drop, reverse laser, you know.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and then that was good. Okay. Let me get the second video up. I gotta find my Facebook window. There it is. I can't believe you haven't seen the laser video yet.
I haven't, dude.
It's like it basically changed the meta in my opinion. Ginger might agree, might disagree, but because he probably like, I already did that, but whatever.
Yeah.
I made a full video breakdown, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, same thing.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and like this spot, like these dash dances, like your brain just wants to dash dance. They're irrelevant. Laser, 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 laser. Like,
yeah.
There's no. You're not doing squat. Just laser, 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 laser. Huh?
It would avoid even this freaking full hop that he got. Truthfully.
Yeah, like right here, you can just like shoot this laser. You don't need to press in. Let's say you didn't press in. Just dash back laser. It's fine. And right here, laser, 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 laser. Like, and then laser again. Like, why are you dash dancing? You know, like that's kind of the thing. Like, it just needs to be like lasers, 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 lasers.
Yeah.
Like lasers are like they're like how you start. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like lasers are like the set in volleyball or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you gotta set yourself up with the laser before you get anything. And yeah, look at how strong this position feels. Like when you win the battle for top plat. Like look at this. Like like you don't feel threatened here as Falco against Fox. You feel like go ahead, try jumping up to me, you know. Yeah. And he does, but it doesn't get anything. You had like there are a lot of worlds where you just hurt him for this whole interaction. But you played really well to like get out here and you got the corner. But the problem is like first of all, do you have like snapback or something? Like you keep shooting You keep shooting the lasers in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I have like some snapback issue.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and so this is just him being good, but like this is him playing the piece of the matchup that I keep talking about, where you're kind of fighting for like sky supremacy, like who's above the other person, and he just does this really well. Where, like, if he did this to me, I probably... I don't know. I could have definitely gotten hit by this. I probably would have retreated a little bit more, like...
Even more?
Like, what I probably would have done here is I would have... Okay, what I would have done is after this first laser... I don't even know if this is good. Just let me tell you what I would have done, and then I'll see if it would have worked. So right here, I would have immediately done another retreating laser into the corner. And then, so he would have been up here, and then I would have dashed in here, and then I would have rolled. And that's how I would have been safe. Do you see what I would have done?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this would be laser, retreating laser again. Fox is up here, dash in, see him coming down, roll, and I'd be fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That would definitely be what I would do there. And there's just so many of these little platform sequences that, like, have... similar answers of like make sure Fox doesn't come at you from the ground and then be like, oh, like Fox has to like wave land and cover all this vertical space, so I'll just like now roll. Like a lot of them end up breaking down to like different slight variations of that.
Yep. Two lasers there?
No. So there's a lot of things here. So In my opinion, I don't know. Okay, so there's multiple ways to play this out. If you're asking me, I would have tried the laser right about here, and then done multi-laser. If you did this aggressive laser, this might be better than what my first impulse is. It gets you pressure at a short range, and you're safe and stuff like that. So this is really strong also, and going for this dash back here is totally fine. Like, the issue is you're too close here. You're too close to the double laser. And this is why you have to watch the video, because the video is basically, if you're at a specific range or further, the double laser is broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're at a range this close, you definitely you're not really allowed to do another laser. You can, but it's like, why not just dash dance? If you're scared here, just full hop, remember.
Okay.
Also, Falco doesn't protect himself by moving out of the way. Like, if you can't, with the exception of full hop.
Not like Marth where you can just dance.
Yeah, so like when you're in here and you're in like this type of spot, like if you're uncomfortable, you have to throw out an attack at some point or full hop out of the way. Like you can't defend yourself from Fox by moving back. Like that's just silly. Like you're Falco. Like
to throw a bear.
You either have to defend or like a retreat, like a fade back down air. Like you like a backflip type down air. Like backflip this way, like away from Fox down air. Like you have to use your moves to defend, or your lasers, or your full hop. Your full hop can get away, but your dashes like won't get away. So like during this, it was really like these dash dances were great, but you didn't like throw out a move, and so you didn't get even though you like won a bunch of dash dance mix-ups, you didn't get anything out of it.
I see. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, this is all good. Yeah, this is so good. Like you see right like here, you like keep him in the corner, keeping him stuck. You're reading him trying to leave the corner. You establish this strong platform position, and you're just kind of like pressuring. This is like what you want. You want that nice like pressure situation that you can just kind of passively have an advantage.
Yep.
And yeah, this is great too. Like you're just like this is a great example of how Falco can pressure Fox on the side plat still. Like Fox doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just destroying Falco here. The only difference is that you have center. Too much dashing.
Yeah.
This needs to be like a barrage of lasers. Lasers. Watch the video and like message like after the lesson. Watch the video and message me about it, like your thoughts.
Okay.
I'm pretty curious. The video is like a super full breakdown.
I'm gonna watch it for sure.
It's like 15 minutes. It took me like a lot of hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it for sure. The double laser is... I need that, man.
Okay, nice. Oh, and like this... See, dude, and then this is like when like the random like... Oh yeah, I'm good comes out.
Exactly.
Like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm good, and I just beat SFAT usually, like in friendlies. Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm like top 20. And then it's just like back to like, well, what do I do?
I have that. That happens to me a lot.
I know you're good. I've been saying you're underrated forever.
Yeah.
You just have too much of a life. This is such a loser, dude.
That was a double laser situation. Right here.
Yes, of course. Yep. Just shoot another one. Total safety. And the nice thing is, if you shoot another one here and he dashes in, you gathered the info that he dashed in on you. The second laser would have hit him like right about here, and you have like a super strong position. Yeah. You have a lot of good pieces, and like I know you're good. So it's just like I know you're good at like your core. Like you have like fundamentally you know how to play like fighting games, and like you have combos and stuff. A lot of this is just like you're just doing the wrong stuff. Yeah. And you're trying to do it in like but you're just doing the wrong thing in general. So
yeah, it's like a decision strategy almost.
Yeah, definitely like I would say watch the laser video and then maybe go over this lesson again later.
Yep.
And I think that would help a lot.
Ooh, makes sense.
But yeah, it's about an hour. So any other questions?
No, so overall, the double laser thing, and it feels like there's just there's positions where I don't know how you would describe it, where it's like, not that I'm forcing it, but it's more like I'm not taking away some of Fox's options. For example, like especially on the side platform or when he's on the top platform, it feels like I'm just defaulting to positions where it's like actually just makes it harder for me.
Yeah, like you're just not. There's a bunch of positions where you end up passively, like you're like playing chess and you're saying your turn. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what keeps happening. And then like when you try to do your turn, you're not doing like the right thing. And so if you just like replace those with the right things, then like I think it'll kind of just fix both problems. Of like
concretely, what is me not doing my turn, or when it is my turn,
well, like you'll just do like laser dash dance, and it's like by doing that you've kind of given up your ability to like muscle the situation, and then Fox just starts dashing at you, and before you realize it, like Falco doesn't gain an advantage from dash dancing, so within like half a second, you'll realize that like you're suddenly in a bad position from like a neutral spot. You know, all of a sudden you're in a bad spot.
Right, and then the other point. What was the first point again?
Well, it's like you sort of are like that. You're like kind of past. Like you're not using the right options, so it ends up creating a situation where you're like not active enough in like the right ways, and so that causes Fox to be able to like set up spots on you. And it was like, and then the other thing is like you just don't know the right options, so like Fox goes to the top plat and you just dash in the corner and you're like, well, I'm kind of safe here, and you just don't know the side plat stuff. So you just need to like start doing that to solve the situations that were like giving you problems. And then the double laser for like the grounded stuff. So I think it's like a lot of it is just like look for positions where you continuously are getting caught in a bad spot and try to find like the right answer to just play that out every time. Falco can kind of just run the same stuff in every situation as long, or like every time a situation comes up, because of like how lasers work, and like, you know, he's just like, oh, that's a good position, and you can just go for it. So you mostly just need to like learn those, and I think we went over a bunch of like specifics in the lesson, and having the double laser knowledge on the rewatch will help a lot.
Cool, perfect, man.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see you, man. Thanks.